The British Army relied on more than one sidearm: service revolvers, officer pistols, and wartime substitutes. These are the pistols actually used by Britain in World War II. Let's start with regulation service sidearms. WWII Mk4, standard .38-200 service revolver, adopted before the war, issued widely to British troops. Simple and reliable design, saw service on every front. WWII Mk6, large frame .455 revolver from WWII, still in service early in WWII, issued from existing stockpiles. Heavy but powerful, gradually replaced by .38 revolvers. Enfield No. 2 Mky, official British service revolver, chambered in .38-200, double and single action capable, issued across the Army, designed for mass production. WWII Mkv, interwar .455 revolver, issued from reserve stocks, used mainly early war. Older design but dependable, less common by 1942. WWII Mk3, earlier .455 revolver, issued to rear and reserve units. Pre-WWII design, heavy and slow to reload, obsolete but still serviceable. Now to officer and privately purchased pistols. WWII self-loading pistol, British semi-automatic pistol design, chambered in .455, privately purchased by officers. Limited adoption, complex and expensive. Colt M1911, privately purchased by British officers, chambered in .45 ACP, highly reliable design, not officially standard issue, used mainly by senior personnel. Colt M1911A1, improved wartime version of the M1911, seen through private purchase. Powerful and durable. Ammunition supply limited, rare compared to revolvers. Browning high power, popular officer sidearm, high capacity 9mm magazine, widely respected design, used across Commonwealth forces. More common later in the war. FN model, 1910, compact semi-automatic pistol, privately purchased by officers, chambered in small calibers, easy to carry, limited combat use. FN model, 1922, improved FN design, longer barrel than model 1910, used by officers and security units. Foreign but reliable, seen throughout the war. Smith & Wesson military and police, commercial revolver design, privately owned or purchased, chambered in .38 caliber. Familiar handling for British troops, often used by officers. Next, wartime emergency and substitute pistols. Smith & Wesson Victory model, supplied under Lend-lease, chambered in .38-200 for Britain, marked with V prefix. Issued widely during shortages. Highly reliable. Smith & Wesson Model 10, commercial revolver adapted for service. Issued when British production lagged, chambered in .38 caliber. Simple and robust, common in rear units. Colt official police, American police revolver, supplied to Britain during the war, chambered in .38 caliber, used by guards and support troops. Never primary standard issue. Colt police positive, smaller frame revolver, issued in limited numbers, used mainly in rear areas. Adequate but less robust, stopgap solution. WWII Mk4 by .38-200, wartime produced WWII revolver, simplified compared to earlier models, issued widely to British troops, reliable under harsh conditions. One of the most common revolvers. WWII Mk4, war finish, reduced polish and finish, faster wartime production, function over appearance, issued late in the war, fully serviceable. Enfield No. 2 war production, late war Enfield revolvers, simplified machining, high production output, issued across Army units, designed for speed of manufacture. Now to Lend-lease and foreign supplied pistols. Browning high power, Inglis, Canadian produced high power, supplied to British forces. 9mm high capacity pistol, highly regarded, saw widespread service. Colt M1911, Lend-lease, officially supplied from the U.S. chambered in .45 ACP, issued in limited numbers. Ammunition supply restricted use, not universal issue. Colt M1911A1, Lend-lease, updated wartime variant, issued alongside earlier models. Robust and combat-proven, limited British distribution, seen mainly with specialists. Smith & Wesson Victory model, 38, configured specifically for British caliber, issued widely. Easy transition for revolver-trained troops, highly durable, one of the most successful substitutes. Smith & Wesson Victory model, 45, supplied in smaller quantities, Chambered in 45 ACP, less compatible with British logistics. Issued selectively, rare compared to 38 versions. FN Browning Model 1910, foreign supplied pistol, issued in limited rolls, compact and reliable, not standard issue, mostly rear area use. FN Browning Model 1922, improved foreign pistol, supplied in small numbers, used by security and guard units, chambered in 9mm or 7.65mm, never standardized. Finally, training, guard and rear area pistols. WWII MK2, older revolver retained for training, issued at depots and schools. Pre-WWII design, reliable but outdated, rare in frontline combat. WWII MKI, early WWII revolver, used for drill and instruction, obsolete by WWII, still mechanically sound, limited wartime role. Smith & Wesson 38 hand ejector, commercial revolver design, used by guards and support units. Simple and accurate, not frontline standard, seen in Britain-based units. Colt New Service, large frame revolver, used by guard units, powerful but heavy. Older design, issued from reserve stocks,